screen.
Well, welcome everyone. We are going to begin our program. And it's so nice to have everyone here with us. Um, Even though you're a lot of our regulars, I hope that I can present something to you that will be of interest to you. Okay, something to spark a little brain activity today. Let me just get some of this together. Okay, so I gotta move this, hold on. Okay, so to begin, this is a Discover Immunotec program. It is put together for us by none other than Jim Spencer, and he asks different ones of us to be able to host it for you. And with that, we end up having a good variety of personalities that can help to make it easier for you to understand. So I am Dale Perini. I am a diamond consultant with Immunotec, and you're going to learn about what that means. It might mean nothing to you right now, but it does have a meaning. But before I begin, I'm going to have to read this disclaimer. It's something that is done with all natural products, and so we are obligated to share this with you. It's an FDA disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And this presentation is not intended to do the same. It's not medical advice, but the product, services, information, and other content provided include information that can be directly or linked to third-party websites, but are provided for informational purposes only. So we suggest with what you hear tonight that you consult with a physician or another healthcare professional regarding any medical or health-related diagnosis or treatment options. And this could be one of them. We're also going to go into Immunotec as a business. And so we have an income disclaimer statement. The result and income examples shown in this content are meant as an illustration. They're designed to give you an idea of what's possible. Individual results vary, and it's not a guarantee that anyone will make a specific amount of money, because the success in any business requires leadership, skills, commitment, and dedication, and will be dependent on your effort. Immunotec's IDS is designed to be truthful, timely, and comprehensive information regarding the income that an Immunotec independent consultant might potentially earn. So the income disclaimer statement may be found in the legal tab at immunotec.com. Now, to begin, Immunotec was originally founded in Canada. Immunotec now has an international presence, as you can see, in 14 countries and expanding from the flags on the bottom. It's recognized as one of the fastest growing companies in direct selling, but that doesn't mean that it's new. It's not a new kid on the block. Really, it just means there is a global opportunity with much more interest than ever before in natural health products. And under the our CEO, Mauricio Domazine, the company has ignited into new countries. There has been over 45 years of research and over 20 years of international sales. Immunotec offers a solid opportunity for your health and wellness and financial success. So we're going to go into those two areas: individual health, and as far as physical health and mental health, and also financial health. Now, this is how it all began. It didn't start with a group of entrepreneurs trying to build an income opportunity, but it started with a breakthrough discovery, and a dream. And that dream was Dr. Gustavo Bunus's dream. In the 1970s, Dr. Bunos, a surgeon and medical researcher at McGill University in Canada, together with Dr. Patricia Kongshaven, discovered a unique whey protein isolate, you see pictured there, that naturally boosted the body's own production of glutathione. And we're going to find out what that means. Glutathione is the master antioxidant that protects and repairs our cells. When Dr. Bunos and his colleague Dieter Beer approached a large pharmaceutical company to show the product that they developed, they quickly realized that the company's motives were purely commercial, and that is the pharmaceutical company. The vision of helping people would be lost in corporate control and profit margins. So Dr. Bunos had something very different in mind, a way to get this discovery into every household, not confined to a pharmaceutical shelf. So to preserve the integrity of the science and fulfill that vision, Immunotec was founded. It was born not from greed, but from conviction to protect the discovery and ensure that it would be accessible to all who could benefit. It was Dieter Beer who played a crucial role in shaping this path forward, recognizing that a direct sharing model would allow the product's story and result to spread through people, not marketing budgets. The result? Immunocal, the company's flagship product, stands today as the realization of that vision. It's a natural protein that's scientifically and clinically proven to raise glutathione levels. It's featured in dozens of peer-reviewed scientific publications, and it's listed in both the physician's desk reference, which is what every physician uses when he wants to write out a prescription. He looks up the drug, and the Compendium of Pharmaceuticals and Specialties, which is the equivalent in Canada. Now, what is this glutathione? Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but it's critical for your health. If you don't have glutathione, you don't have health. It performs dozens of important functions, and the foremost important being listed there with the acronym IDEA. Supports the immune system, aids in detoxification, gives a mitochondrial energy, and it's an antioxidant. Okay? So, one thing that you need to realize is that Immunocal delivers bonded cysteine. And that's right on the, you see three glycine, glutamate, and cysteine here. Those are in the cells. Okay, so first you're going to take those into your body, then they go into the cell. When these are amino acids, when the body has all three, it produces glutathione. So we get plenty of glycine and glutamate from the foods that we eat, but cysteine, the bonded cysteine, is the limiting factor or rate limiting factor for your body to make glutathione. So when bonded cysteine is described as the limiting factor for glutathione synthesis, it means that the amount of available cysteine is the key bottleneck that controls how much glutathione your body can produce. Without a sufficient supply of cysteine, production of this antioxidant slows down, even if the other necessary components are plentiful. So basically, if you have lots of glycine and glutamate, but you don't have a lot of cysteine, you're not going to be making glutathione. So those other two things are easily available from the foods that we eat on a regular basis, but cysteine is not. You can get it from raw meat, but I don't think you want to eat raw meat. You can get it from raw eggs. That's a little dangerous too. My husband used to do it years ago as a bodybuilder. He wouldn't dare try it nowadays. You can also eat raw fish, but you're not going to get enough glutathione from it, and it's not always safe. How about raw milk? Well, just from drinking a glass of milk, you're not going to get enough. and it's not considered safe if it's in the raw form. However, milk is very similar to Immunocal in that it's similar to mother's milk. So Immunocal does provide, it is a bovine product. It's not considered raw, okay, but it is in its natural state because it's been preserved and it remains a bonded cysteine. Now, I have doctors that say, oh, you can get glutathione from broccoli, and broccoli does contain small amount of cysteine and sulforaphane, which support and detox the antioxidant enzymes. But here's the catch. To reach the same level of cysteine provided by one packet of Immunocal, you have to eat many pounds, a truckload, in one sitting. So Immunocal is recognized by some of the world's most respected doctors because of this delivery system of cysteine and the ability to raise glutathione levels. Dr. Luc Montagnier, who is the winner of the 2008 Nobel Prize in Medicine, included an entire chapter on Immunocal in one of his books. So he was the doctor that discovered HIV, a virus that immunocompromised people. And he saw the benefits of raising glutathione when treating individuals with AIDS. So it's a very, very reliable product. Now, we have three different kinds. We have Immunocal in the blue box, Platinum in the gray box, and Immunocal Sport. The key benefits of Immunocal is that it strengthens your immune system, it detoxifies the body, it builds antibodies, and it protects against oxidative stress. The key benefits of Platinum is its anti-aging benefits. And so that's why we also recommend it for anyone over 40 years old. It is Immunocal, but it controls inflammation, strengthens bones, and prevents calcium loss, and supports healthy kidney function, and it lowers acidity levels in the body, so it balances the pH. And then we have the Sport, and that has great exercise benefits, and we're going to see why and who uses it, okay? But it reduces muscle soreness, speeds up recovery, maximizes intensity and muscle strength and endurance so they can work harder and longer, and it increases muscle mass, and that's because of the intense absorption of the proteins in it. So Immunotec products have a wide range of benefits. We have products for immune support, the Immunocals, sports performance, healthy aging, stress and mood. And for those of you who saw my posts earlier, I had to take some Seren-T because I was getting really nervous before this presentation. We have weight management products. We have brain health products, sleep products, and daily wellness. So if there's any questions about any of the products, perhaps you can hold them for the end of the program, okay? Now, the first product was in 1996. That was Immunocal. And it's been clinically proven to optimize glutathione levels in humans. It was Dr. Gustavo Bunos who dedicated decades to studying how nutrition influences immune function. His research ultimately led to the creation of Immunocal, which we mentioned before, a clinically validated nutritional intervention that allows the body to raise glutathione. So, is Immunocal glutathione? No. It's a cysteine delivery system so that your cells get adequate cysteine and they can produce glutathione. And it was in 2004 that Immunocal Platinum came on the market. But the scientist behind Immunocal Platinum was Dr. Wolf Droege. He was a pioneer in what's called redox biology. He was a professor and director of immunochemistry, German Cancer Research Center in Heidelberg, and he had 250 plus peer-reviewed publications. He was the first to show that reactive oxidation species, or ROS, are vital signaling molecules. This discovery, he discovered that low cysteine and glutathione weakened immunity and inflammation. So he's referred to as the father of redox regulation, balancing oxidation and reduction for cellular health. Dr. Droge showed that oxidation isn't always bad. It is about balance. So oxidation happens on a daily basis, but if it's not balanced, it's not working right. So that's called redox biology, and that's where redox meets nutrition. His collaboration between the Immunotec's founders, Dr. Bunos and Dr. Kongshaven, combined two powerful sciences: immune nutrition, building glutathione through cysteine, and redox modulation, regulating oxidative signaling. The result was Immunocal Platinum, the perfect harmony of immune support and redox balance. In 2004, it was ready for release by Immunotec, and it's recommended for anyone over 40, anyone dealing with high levels of oxidative stress. You'll know by the disease that you might have been diagnosed with, or viruses or cancers or high cytokine activity, which is revealed in various autoimmune diseases. What makes Immunocal Platinum different? It has what's called RMF, or redox modulating formula, and it has CMP, cytokine modulating peptides. So think of platinum as Immunocal plus 2 key upgrades to help the body age stronger and not weaker. Now, this whole word ROS, RMF, redox, I was afraid that maybe it would go a little bit over your head, so I'm going to go into a little bit of definition here. So, as I mentioned, cells naturally produce a reactive oxygen species. It's not always bad. It is a signal for your cells to defend and repair themselves. So that's not a bad thing. But when you have too many reactive oxygen species or oxidized molecules in the cell, you have oxidative stress. And that damages your DNA and your proteins and cell membranes. Now, RMF, or redox modulation formula, helps to maintain that balance so the cells can communicate and repair properly. So ROS, reactive oxygen species, is not the enemy. At one time it was thought to be the enemy, but Dr. Droge showed that it wasn't. They're simply signals in the cell. They keep the cell in balance, and that's what RMF supports. So I want to give you a little fire analogy. Okay, every cell in your body is like a house. A few sparks, or our reactive oxygen species, help signal repair, but too many sparks cause a fire, cellular damage. Now, the alarm sounds, the fire alarm or emergency call goes off, and redox signaling sends the alarm, fire, fire, repair needed. Redox modulating formula helps control the signal strong enough to alert, but calm enough to avoid chaos. Now imagine the firefighters arrive at the house, but there's no water. They have the hose, but the hose is empty. Glutathione, which is also in the Immunocal Platinum, is your cellular firefighter. But if the levels are low, it's like showing up to a fire with no water. The fire spreads, inflammation, tissue damage, and faster aging. So refilling the tank, a fire truck with a full hose putting out the fire. Immunocal provides the cysteine, the raw material to make glutathione. Now your firefighters have water, your alarms are working, the signals are going off, they're in balance, and your body can fight oxidative stress. So Immunical Platinum combines immune nutrition, redox modulation to keep your body in balance, strong and youthful at the cellular level. And isn't that what we all want? Now, it was in 2022 that the Immunical Sport entered, and that's what I mentioned to you earlier, how it helps those who are into sports be able to manage and do better. We're going to find out more about that in a little bit, about who can take it. But a lot of people also notice that with the ingredients in the Immunical Sport, it also helps open up the lungs. And that's good for an athlete, but there's other individuals who notice benefits. So that also has Immunical in it, but it has a few extra ingredients, including beet extract. So what is the main thing that Immunical accomplishes? This is what your doctor will read. Now I want you to remember, this is a food. So basically, although it's a supplement, and that's why we had to read you the disclaimer earlier, it is still just a food, and that's why it's considered natural, and that's why it doesn't get investigated by the FDA. Unless something crazy dangerous happens, which has never happened in 30 years. So here's what your doctor's going to read. Immunical is a US patented natural food protein isolate in the FDA category of GRAS, or generally recognized as safe, which assists the body in maintaining optimal concentrations of glutathione. And that's my favorite key word there, optimal concentrations of glutathione, by supplying the precursors required for intracellular synthesis. What does that mean? It's not just sitting in your blood and washing through. That's okay, but we need it in our cells because that's where the damage is being done. It is clinically proven to raise glutathione values, and you won't find that from any food protein isolate, okay? They do not have clinical proof, but Immunical does. So it's very important that your doctor sees that if he starts questioning it. Why do we need glutathione? So our body is designed to make it, but why do we need to keep it? Why isn't it just happening all the time? Well, every day our bodies are being attacked, and these free radicals attack as many as 100,000 cells in a day. Did you know that? Your body is constantly fighting. It's a wonderfully made machine, okay? But where do we get these free radicals? From carcinogenic material in food. So our food is not what it's supposed to be, okay? It contains a lot of chemicals. From heavy metals, like mercury, lead, cadmium, etc. We all know, we've heard of mesothelioma. We know about not chewing on lead pencils and eating lead paint. We know, and the mercury in our thermometers, we know these things are dangerous, okay? But this is what your body is being bombarded with. Car exhaust, secondhand cigarette smoke, and things like that. And radiation, ultraviolet lights, X-rays, alpha, beta, and gamma. So we all go to the dentist, they say you need X-rays. You're being bombarded constantly. And these are the reasons why you need, because every time you're being bombarded, your body is fighting. And what's it fighting with? Glutathione. So you got to call in the troops. You got to get more to back it up, okay? Now I mentioned that we had all these studies that nobody else has. We have validation, over 197,427 and growing medical and scientific papers on glutathione, okay? And this is where we like to go, PubMed. And if you want to look anything up about how glutathione can help you in particular with your particular case, then you just put that disease or whatever you're fighting and put in glutathione, and PubMed will come up with an article. Now, we need to strengthen our immunity, okay? Again, because we're always being bombarded. And, just today they came out with this new monkey virus now has come out in California. How do we strengthen our immunity? With precursors. And those are the three: glutamate, cysteine, and glycine, okay? And then we can make more glutathione. So it's clinically, and that's why it's a great idea, okay? These are the things that they can help your body to do. Why does a healthy person need Immunocal? To maintain homeostasis. That's the fundamental way of maintaining health. That's all it means. Homeostasis is the body's process of keeping its internal environment stable despite external changes. So that's why even if you're healthy, you're still coming under attack, and you need to maintain homeostasis no matter what your age is. So glutathione as your master antioxidant. Here's your three on your left, I think. Glutamate, cysteine, and glycine goes into your cell, and it starts manufacturing glutathione. And it is essential. These are the three building blocks. So, nature's fountain of youth. The link between glutathione and anti-aging is higher levels of glutathione and stronger immunity. So they find that people who live to be 100 years old, they happen to have higher glutathione levels than the average person who doesn't make it to 100. And that's why they're able to make it to 100 or even older. So if you want a nice, strong, healthy life full of immunity, you're not getting sick every day, you need to raise your glutathione levels. Now, Immunotec has science you can trust. I want you to note here, it's been 47 years of clinical testing. But note that there's 23 gold standard studies. That refers to the highest level of scientific rigor in testing, as to whether or not something really works. It means the design minimizes bias, uses controls, and allows for strong cause and effect conclusions. A randomized double-blind placebo-controlled trial is the type of study that must meet the following standards. 1, it's randomized, so people are randomly assigned to different groups or treatment versus placebo, so there's no selection bias. It's double blind. Neither the patient nor the researchers know which one the participant is taking, and it's placebo controlled. There is a comparison group. One has the real thing and one has an inactive substance to see if it truly makes a difference. And then also notice that on this paper here, it says there's third-party testing and certifications for which it has earned the clean label. Why is Immunotec's clean label important? Well, Immunotec, the company behind Immunocal, emphasizes quality and safety. They have certifications from international testing companies like LGC, which helps to ensure that Immunocal meets high purity standards. Why is that important? It's carefully processed to maintain the integrity of the active compounds, which suggests that it's free from heavy metals and other contaminants. So I'm bringing this up because just this week, Consumer Report revealed the dangers in many of the protein powders it tested. They're very popular nowadays. Everybody is taking protein powders. But of 23 products that it tested, it found that 2/3 of them contained more lead in a single serving than their experts say is safe to have in one day. So they recommend you don't take protein powders every day. For more than 2/3 of the products analyzed, a single serving contained more than they say is safe to consume by more than 10 times. 10 times. That's dangerous. So They said, we advise against daily use for most protein powders since many have high levels of heavy metals and none are necessary to hit your protein goals. So Immunocal isn't just a protein powder, but it's a cysteine delivery system that's proven to raise glutathiones. Second, it's a company you can trust because it has third-party certifications, clean label, informed sport. That means a professional athlete can take it without having any penalties on them because there's nothing wrong. Now, I just want you to realize we're talking about lead in protein powders, but not in Immunocal. The added advantage of Immunocal, get this, it raises and acts as a natural chelator. Okay, glutathione acts as a natural chelator, helping the body remove heavy metals like lead. So I think that's pretty important. Now let's see about these athletes I talked to you about. They're not just your average athlete, but you can get the same nutrition as these Olympians. And some of them, they do like 5 sports in the Olympics. So it's not just the one. And Joanna Muir is one of them. Kate French is one of them. So these individuals are Olympians and they use Immunocal. And they don't get sponsored by Immunocal, but if you go to our website, you can actually hear what they have to say. They were pretty surprised. They had these straps wrapped around them and it was showing what their health was like. And they're like, how come I feel so good? Why are the numbers so good? And they didn't know they were taking Immunocal until they were told later. So imagine that you can get the same health benefits by taking Immunocal. So we're going to talk about 1 or 2 other products of your favorites. And okay, Jason, this is it. This is your time. I'm going to interview my son, Jason Perini. So I'm going to stop my share and come back to it later. Hey, Jason, are you ready? Take a deep breath. And just let me know when you're unmuted, Jason. Okay, do you know how to do that? Here.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Hi, guys.
Okay, so Jason is not a man of many words, but when he gets going, he has a lot to say.
Hey, listen,
I'm going to say he's like his father, but his father's used to being up on the stage, so that's something that Jason isn't used to. At least not yet, Jason.
Yeah. I don't know,
Jason,
but if you guys want to sponsor me, I take the job. I believe in the product, so that's all you need.
very good. Jason, now something happened about 17 years ago that changed your life and all of us that know you. I want to tell everybody it is every parent's nightmare when this happens to their child. What was it that happened when you were?
Lady decided to pull out in front of me when I was out with my daughter on the motorcycle. I T-boned her and popped my heart. This is the short story. I could go
Okay.
on if you like.
So when he says he popped his heart, basically he blew his valve off his heart, his aorta. And how much of a chance did you have of survival then?
I think the first surgery was 1%, I
1%.
believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the second surgery was 2%. So yeah, I shouldn't be here, but
That,
here I
no, you
am.
shouldn't. Now you had mentioned your daughter that was on the bike. How old were your daughters at the time?
Katie on the bike was 18, and the other two were, I think, 3 and 4, or 4 and 5.
I think they were pretty young, maybe three and four. Yeah.
Barely not babies.
Yeah. So you mentioned 2 surgeries. How many open heart surgeries have you had?
To date, 4. 4 times
That's,
I've been opened up like a lobster.
yeah, yeah. So basically, you were given a new life lease on life, so to speak, to be able to see your daughters grow up into lovely women, haven't you?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
time will tell, but yes, I see what you're getting at. Yes.
Well, we think, as their grandparents, we think
Yeah,
they're lucky.
right.
And
Yeah,
I
they're
know you do
wonderful.
too. They
They're
are
wonderful,
wonderful.
and that's all that needs to be said about
Okay.
that.
So after your last open heart surgery, actually, it was just before. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, you moved around. It was just before. That's when you started taking Immunical. What would you say about your recovery?
Well, notwithstanding that I got pneumonia and then it knocked me back out, but I had full open heart surgery 3.5 years ago. Um, you guys had me start taking 8 or 10 a day, which I had to stop because the pre-surgery, like I wasn't allowed. I could only eat certain foods and that sort of thing. Um, but never mind the bronchitis that I got. Was it pneumonia? I'm sorry. Um, I was up and around in 3 days after a full-on open heart surgery. I
That,
felt great. I mean, I was running the hospital. You know, I was me. And 3 days, that's pretty impressive.
that's very impressive, Jason. Now, you said you did have to stop it, and I think that's normal. Just shortly before any surgery, you have to stop eating pretty much. Um, but you continue to take it. What benefits have you noticed by continuing to take it?
Well, I'm not a scientific person or anything, but just the simple fact that I'm here talking to you speaks volumes. I mean, I couldn't tell you what my life would be right now had I not been on Immunocal for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. But I can tell you I wouldn't go back and not be on, not, it seems to have helped me get to the point that I'm at right now.
Yes, definitely. And I know whenever you're running out, it's like a quick call. Hurry up, get my order, get my order
Yeah,
placed.
well, all right. So all of you guys watching, Lou does not have. He's got basically the brain of a goldfish. So yes, the call does come up. I'm out of stuff, and he's like, "Oh, right, you told me 2 weeks ago. I forgot." You know,
Oh,
but
free
other
as the
than that,
speech.
it's been great.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now there was something else that happened, and it was kind of a unusual discovery. Your dad's over
Yeah,
there
back to
laughing.
Lou's memory. Right. This is all based on Lou's faulty memory, which is
Well,
why we learned this.
okay, so you started taking the multivitamins with resveratrol. What was it you noticed?
All right. So if you talk to Lou, apparently, and he reminded me about this a few weeks ago, I've been complaining about leg pain since I was small. It kind of went away for whatever reason, so I started taking the resveratrol. That got rid of my leg pain. Now Lou's fish brain caused me to run out of the resveratrol, and was I could barely walk. I just could not. I mean, I was actually leaning and using, I would have to lean my way and grab furniture to get from one side of the house to the other. And I was curious about that, wondering, is it the resveratrol or is this all in my head? I'm perfect in my own brain. So I'm thinking like, all right, what this supplement is this? I could barely walk. Advil didn't help. I have so much ibuprofen. I have bottles of ibuprofen because of my heart conditions and stuff. And so it became curious: is the resveratrol actually causing it? So finally, Lou remembered after me and probably you yelling at him and saying, "Can you get him this stupid stuff?" So I got the stuff. Within 3 or 4 days, I was back to where I'm at now, like just normal, not having an issue. All pain went away,
Yeah,
which is
and you
one.
have to do a lot of physical activity too. You do work on cars, repairing the rims and stuff, and you're like in the sit squat position, up and down all day long. So
It was so difficult.
yeah, so we're so happy to hear that the multi with resveratrol did that to you.
What?
So
You're happy? I'm happy. Like, it was so painful. Like, never mind, you guys are happy. I mean,
I know,
I
and I
love
was going to interview
it.
Jason well over a month ago, and he said, "Can you wait till I start taking it again to make sure that..."
Yeah, that was when Lou had forgotten to order me some. Yeah, that's
Right.
why we didn't do this a month ago.
So we won't let that happen anymore. So when when it comes to taking Immunical and Immunotec products, what's your recommendation to people?
Well, first off, I would start with don't get into a motorcycle accident and need 4 open heart surgeries. But if you do find yourself in that situation, I, I don't know that I would even be here had you guys not gotten me, on the product and all of these things. I honestly don't think I would have made it through. Like I had mentioned, the pneumonia, right? Pneumonia is what I had, right? I I don't know that I would have come out of that. Never mind the heart surgeries. That was more difficult to get through, and they had to put me in an induced coma for 4 days, 5 days.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to look at the possibility of me not being on these things and having gone through what I've gone through.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like
No,
I
it
don't even
does.
want to think about it.
It does, because anybody who's been in that situation, their lungs get compromised, and you don't seem to have any problem with that at all.
No, I mean now I'm fine and I can walk. I don't have to lean on stuff thanks to the resveratrol.
Right.
And as far as the the daily powder, taking those. I mean, had I not taken the 10 a day that you guys had me do, who knows how the heart surgery would have gone? But I don't want that. That's not
Right.
part of my past. It's
Right.
I take
Right.
it, and that's all there is to it, and I feel great.
Yes. And we're so happy to have you with us. I love you, Jason.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story with us,
Oh,
Jason.
am I done?
You are.
Good.
We'll talk
Well,
to
at
you
least I got to
later.
bash Lou a little bit, so that was fun. And now everybody knows he has a terrible memory.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay.
Bye,
So,
guys.
bye. So now I'm going to get back to sharing my screen and, okay, there we go. So as you can see, our products are designed to strengthen your immunity, to get you through tragic events. And I don't know that I've ever heard a story like that about the resveratrol, but it's certainly worth trying. It's an amazing product. And, when we first heard about resveratrol, we were all pronouncing it wrong, but don't go without it. It's not just a typical multivitamin. Now, I did mention that you can improve your lifestyle and help others by developing an Immunotech business. So Immunotech provides an opportunity to create the life that you want. There are lifestyle perks. You can work from your own home, own your own business. You'll be your own boss. Choose the people you want to work with. You have flexibility of hours. You can work 10 hours, 2 hours, 40 hours. You can work when you want, where you want. You'll have travel opportunities, and you have a product that's scientifically validated. It's not a fly-by-night company. The product has been sold for 25 plus years, and we have global growth and expansion. So this is what we call an entrepreneurial income opportunity. Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay. Now there's 7 ways to earn with your new business. You can earn from retail profits from customers. We have what's called a customer bonus. Every time you sign up a customer, you get a bonus. And then we have a business builder bonus. So when you earn by having other team members join you, you can get bonuses. You have team commissions from everything that they do in their business. You have moving up and accelerated bonuses, sponsor moving up and accelerated bonuses, and a senior platinum pool. So there's 7 different ways to increase a business here with added income. Some people call that a side gig. So they have a regular job, but they do this on the side. And some people do it so that it pays for their products, so that they're really not buying their product every month out of pocket. It's coming from their bonuses and their commissions instead. But if you're not into that and you just want to get these marvelous products, then we have a customer program, okay? And it's called, the benefits from that for the customer is what we call the Living Better Rewards program. And so you can get a 10% discount off of retail prices every time you order, not just one time. You know, sometimes you go on these companies and you want to make a purchase and they say, oh, send us your email and we'll send you a coupon to get this much off. No, every time you want to place an order, you'll get it, because it's not just the first time order. You'll get credits earned. So for every time you spend $200, you'll get $20 in credits toward your next purchase. So if something is, say, I'm just going to use an example. If something is $200, you spend $200, it'll actually cost you $180. You'll get a referral credit opportunity. Every time you tell a friend, this is just customers, every time you tell a friend, you get $10 and they get $10 off of their order. Okay, so that's another opportunity. Now, if you're on an auto ship program, it's not going to be just the 10% off. So if you get these things, like every month you need your vitamins, right? So if you're on an auto ship program, you get 25% off the retail price from every item. Again, the $200 for every 200 spent, and access to exclusive auto ship packages that they're already combined, they're already made, and you'll get 25% off. Plus, you could either get free shipping or you get free products. It's pretty cool. And they're not sample products. You're going to get a full bottle of something. So it's not just like, oh, you get like 5 or 6. No, you get a full bottle. So if you place your activation order, you can get started fast in a business. So this is when you fall in love with it. Just go on as a customer, you fall in love with the product and you say, you know what? I want my husband to take it. I want my cousin to take it. I want my aunt to take it. And before you know it, you've started so many people you're telling about that you can actually have a business. And this is how you get started. So you go in and you talk to the person who invited you here tonight, and you want a side gig, you want to pay for the products on their own. And we have what's called starter package, business builder packages, BBB. Okay, and these are the packages that you can order, and they're designed to kickstart your career as a consultant and allow you to build your own international business. Okay, you can start with one that's up to 5,000 PV and you get all these products in there. You can start selling them individually. So you got it at a discount price, sometimes 39% off, and you can sell it at retail. Or you can give them a discount, but it might not be a 39% off. It's up to you. You are your own boss. So here's this business builder bonus, okay? You get team commissions from the products and orders and starter packs that are purchased. If you enroll one, you get 10%. And this is an example. Say they ordered a product at 10% and you get $50. Okay. Oh, it's bouncing all over the place on me. 2 people, 15%, 3 people, 25%. And say you decided you enrolled 5 people. You're going to get $125 for each order, and that's $625. Okay, but now this all has to happen within 1 month, not the first month, but within 1 month. Okay, so there's no limit as to how many people can be signed up. Now there are different ranks: venture, and then silver, and gold, diamond, executive diamond, and this is approximately how much the compensation plan. They have to achieve this in their overall volume of everybody under them in their team. And once they do, they reach diamond. Okay, so this is you. There's your 5%, 10%, each level, each person that you get under each level. Say you got 4 on your first month that you signed people up. Okay, you're going to get 5% on whatever they made. And then this is if they signed people up, and that falls under them. That's your second level. That's 10%. The third, 7%, 7. And all of this is cumulative. Okay, boom, 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 all the way out. Okay. The power of duplication. Here's your 4 people, your 16 people, your 64. Each person signs up 4 people. You could have tons of people in your business. Okay. So that's the exponential power of duplication. Now here's these moving up bonuses. These are the accelerated. I'm going to explain it in 2 terms. Say you signed up 4 people, you become, and you become your first month, you sign up and you're a venture. That means you got 2,000 PV, it's called. That's not $2,000, okay? You sign up 4 people as ventures just like yourself. Once you become a venture, you get $200. You do it the second month, you get $400. With gold, you end up with, now you get 4 silvers, you become gold. That's $500 you'll get. And then in your second month that you achieve gold consecutively, you'll get another $500 for a total of $1,000. And you can see that can add up, okay? I gotta hurry up through this. Now, the thing is, they get those bonuses, but then you also do. So they're gonna give you, for helping them, the same bonuses. Well, not the same, but they're gonna give you bonuses on top of it. So it's not just your team that's getting the bonuses, but everyone you help in your team. So what works best for you? Do you want to have an extraordinary team of leaders who help you to succeed and launch a career as a consultant? Well, you decide. You can start your business, or you can become a customer and join the Living Better Rewards program. Okay? So it's up to you, either way. Immunotec products, though, I want you to know they're only available through your independent consultant like myself, my husband, and most all of you here. So I suggest that you reach out to those individuals. These are the only products that you can trust, by the way. You may see them elsewhere, but you're not going to get the support and the product. Sometimes it's falsehoods, okay? So we've chosen not retail, not television, not printed advertisement, but direct selling. And I explained to you earlier why. And that's because we wanted to have the control of word of mouth and experiences to be able to tell people to keep the product clean and out of the hand of mischievous, greedy people. What are the benefits of direct selling? It can allow anyone to experience the benefits of leverage. And leverage is, the other day I had to carry 2 heavy bags of things to the backyard, through the backyard. I had all this debris and I had bagged them up, and I could see myself carrying them across the yard, okay? And it would have been very, very difficult because they were extremely heavy because it had rained and they were wet. So I said, no, I'm going to use leverage. I went and got the wheelbarrow, and I started putting everything in the wheelbarrow, and whoo, I went right down the backyard. It was a hill, and I was in the back at the trash real fast. And that's my best explanation for leverage. Leverage is the superpower for success. Okay, so this is what this business is built on. But it's a unique and exclusive product. Nobody else has it. It's highly consumable. It's easy. It's demonstrable. Everybody sees the benefits when they start taking it, and it creates emotional attachments, as you heard from Jason. So you can learn while you're sleeping. It says that happens to me while I'm sleeping on the East Coast. While Deborah's sleeping on the East Coast, everybody she knows in Florida and Michigan is earning her money. Okay, so it goes in all across different time zones, and so this is the leverage that this business has. People are working, your teams are working under you, and so that makes it easier. You don't have to be doing all the work all the time. And that's only because of the way they set up our bonuses and our commissions. Okay, so it's similar to the way an insurance company works. They have several agents working for them, and they're all bringing in money for the company. McDonald's is the same way with its franchises. So everyone needs this product, and we can help you get the 10 customers that you need to get strong retail profit. We can help you to get 4 consultants. Okay, you just name them and we'll help talk to them about it. And you can see the benefits of the leverage here by getting 4 people. And then when they get 4 people, boom, in 1 month, you could bring in $2,774.36. So we're here to support you. We've got booklets, we've got websites, we've got apps. Well, we have all kinds of things that come to you just by signing up. And then there are travel rewards. They actually reward you for when you hit certain goals and levels. And it's not something you actually pay for or work for. Everything is included. Okay, so this year in 2025, they just finished up a 6-day cruise. Deborah Hart was on that on the Royal Caribbean, and it was beautiful. So we have strong field leadership. Okay, our Immunotec customer service is there to help you, and just think of it as working a job versus living a prosperous lifestyle. So this is our perfect storm of opportunity, converging trends today. Everybody seems to want to work from home, and everybody seems to want to get better in their health. Everybody wants to work with social media, and everyone needs a side gig these days, more than one job. You see that with Uber, DoorDash, and things like that. And then we get to see that Immunocal helps with people's lives, okay, from the pesticides and the things that are affecting their lives. So become an Immunotec lifestyle influencer. Either use the job or use the product and see how people really have benefited. We've already done our testimonials. So again, the disclaimers, those were examples of what you can make. So I'm going to stop here and exit. And we don't have much time, but if